UFC 229 is being billed as the biggest event in UFC history, mostly because of the notorious Conor McGregor. Perhaps a little bit because of Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov, who is an undefeated fighter and the current lightweight champion of the world. But I'm sure you're already aware of that monumental lightweight scrap. So instead of talking about that one, I want to go over 3 fights that might be flying under the radar for this event. And if you got a casual fan friend that wants to tune in for Mystic Mac, you're going to want to tell them about these 3. That will be a lot of fun as well. Starting with number 3, Sugar Sean O'Malley versus José Alberto Quiñónez. It is the quasi-main event of the prelims, or the featured bout on Fox Sports 1. O'Malley is an undefeated fighter with a ton of bravado. Although he has not finished a fight in the UFC, he made his octagon debut on the heels of 4 straight knockout victories. His intelligent and loose style is pleasing to all viewers. He throws a ton of spinning techniques with a fluidity and precision that is not often displayed by a fighter with as little experience as he has. He is also pretty well rounded, as he showed by some triangle attempts off of his back in his last fight. Perhaps the most important reason he is on this list is because of his big personality. Comparisons to Conor McGregor have been lofted his way. A little bit because of his striking style, but mostly because of his ability to make fans care about his fights. He is talented on the microphone and isn't afraid to sound conceited. Just like McGregor, his opponent, José Quiñónez, enters the bout on a 4-fight win streak as a hefty underdog to O'Malley. I believe he has the tools necessary to derail the hype train, but I'm not going to try to convince you that he isn't in this spot just because he is up against somebody with a ton of steam behind them. The number 2 fight flying under the radar is Derrick the Black Beast Lewis versus Alexander Drago Volkov. Look, the Black Beast's last fight against Francis the Predator Ngannou might have been one of the least entertaining scraps in UFC history, but this man is always worth your attention. He has 9 victories in the UFC via knockout or technical knockout. 4 of those resulted in him being awarded post-fight bonuses. All 3 of his UFC defeats are via KO or TKO. So what I'm saying here is that he is kill or be killed, finish or be finished. That right there is an exciting prospect by itself. Not only is there a large chance of a finish when he competes, but the finishes are almost always sudden and spectacular. His opponent, Volkov, has been to the judges quite a few times by heavyweight standards, but enters this bout after finishing Stefan Struve and Fabricio Vicavallo, the former UFC heavyweight champion, Verdum, via TKO in back-to-back contests. He is the former Bellator heavyweight champion, and at just 29 years old, he has a boatload of potential to be the future UFC heavyweight champion. The winner of this fight will be on the short list of future title challengers in the UFC's heaviest weight class, but the most important reason they are here in this spot is because I truly believe somebody's going to sleep. And number 1, perhaps it isn't flying under the radar per se, but I almost guarantee this fight isn't getting the pre-fight love that I believe it deserves. The co-main event of the evening between former lightweight champions Tony El Cucuy Ferguson and Anthony Showtime Pettis. Ferguson was only an interim champion, but how neat is it that we get to see a bout between former champions while they are still seemingly in their prime. Ferguson never actually lost his interim title, and he hasn't lost a single fight in over 6 years. The UFC just took his belt because it was convenient, I guess. And I know some of you will scoff at the thought that Pettis is still in his prime, but he looked like a world beater again in his last fight when he finished Michael Chiesa. The most important reason to keep an eye on this fight is that if Nurmagomedov or McGregor aren't able to make it to the main event, Ferguson will likely be bumped up to the main. This crazy son of a gun versus any of the other 3 guys in the top 2 fights would be fan-bleeping-tastic. If Pettis remains Ferguson's opponent, the stylistic matchup will be incredibly intriguing. Both men are wizards on the canvas, in the jiu-jitsu department and in the scrambling game. On the feet, both guys get hit quite a bit and also have wild techniques in their back pockets that are always at the ready for an opportunity that rises to dazzle fans and their opponent. Essentially, this fight is my early pick for fight of the night, and if you don't have your ass in that seat when this fight's going down, you're gonna regret it. Thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. My only question to you is, who are you picking to win the main event between Nurmagomedov and McGregor? I'm going to tell you right now that my heart is with Mystic Mac, and it's mostly because I think if Conor McGregor knocks out Nurmagomedov in 13 seconds or something like that with that left hand shot, the mixed martial arts world will be in a little bit of a frenzy. Some people will be in a tizzy. Some people will be on cloud nine, and I think it would be a hell of a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next one. Namaste.